Alright, so welcome back to Calamity Revisited. Today I'm going to be trying to defeat Astrum, Deus and Leviathan, and I would say, honestly, this is going to be a tough episode. The boss fights will take quite a while, I assume at least. So let's just jump right into it and see how many tries it's going to be. I know for a fact that Astrum Deus has been changed to be decently difficult. I think the wing time nerf plays a massive role in why it's more difficult now, which isn't exactly a good thing, but you know, that's just my opinion, I guess. Ah, damn it. Was have to be hit like that? Hey, there we go. Okay. Decent fight. There's one thing that I would like to point out, but I already did that in the Calamity Discord, so just in advance to those people who are like working at dev team, and take this as advice. It has already been adjusted, or like, you know, addressed and adjusted, I think, in the next version at least. So there's no, like, this is not because I want to change, just for people so that they know this is gonna be addressed. There's currently an issue where if you fly up and then dash to the side and one of the worms is too close to you, it can still shoot and the projectiles do damage the second they appear. So you can be next to a worm and while dashing to the side, it shoots a projectile and it does damage to you and there's no way to avoid it. Those unavoidable hits will be fixed as far as I know, because it's probably gonna be changed in a way that, or like, you know, to quote Fab, so I might just make them not shoot if the player is close. That's how simple it is. Probably gonna get addressed. It's kind of an issue at the moment in Deathmode, especially because of how hard they hit. Which is why I used Roll of Discord a bit more. And then, yeah, second phase is just me being too careful, but I didn't want to end, like have the fight end. And poorly, that's what I meant to say. I can't talk today, man. And as a side note, I might sound a bit different to what I usually sound like. That's because I think I'm getting sick. I don't exactly feel too good. Today's recording isn't gonna be too long either. So yeah, just in advance. A couple of things I did off screen that I should have mentioned earlier, but I just really badly wanted to fight the boss again, because Astrum Deus is a decently fun fight. I did go ahead and make the Delphic Amulet off screen. Same for the Asgard's Valor. I almost had everything for the Delphic Amulet, but farming the Valor took ages. Like a solid 3 hours, I guess. I don't know anymore. I think it was like 3 to 4 hours. Not sure. It did take really long though, and it was worth it in the end because I'm gonna be needing this for further upgrades. As you can see, this is gonna be needed for a post-UG upgrade. And extra dashing, or like extra mobility, is really necessary at the moment. And I got myself a rogue emblem, which I got on the second Wall of Flesh kill, I think. So yeah, overall I had decent RNG. I did a lot of other things off screen because I felt bad yesterday, in the sense that I felt too bad to record, but I still wanted to play, so yeah, that's what I did. Okay, so treasure bag, we get the Starlight Fuel Cell, which I will take, because Leviathan is not a fun fight anymore, and I'm gonna take every advantage I have against Leviathan. The Astral Bulwark, is it pronounced Bulwark? I guess? yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that and then have you guys correct me. But taking damage drops astral stars from the sky and provides immunity to Godslayer and Inferno Debuff. Not gonna be needed anymore until DOG, I think. And I don't think I'm gonna need it on DOG either, so... And we get the Nebulash, which is a weapon that I just absolutely love. Yep, it's still in the whitelist. Perfect. So this is what I'm just gonna do. And there we go. That's just how I do. I'm lazy, okay? We all know that by now. And since the enemies actually drop good loot now, like really good weapons, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and let's see. Time to just farm a bit of Astral. I mean, the music here is amazing, so not a waste of a time. We got the first one, Titan Arm. I need to clear my inventory a bit. Man, I really haven't been lucky so far. I got a Titan Arm, and that's about it, and I've already killed a crazy amount of enemies. A Hadarian membrane, okay, which you can use to make the wings. Only the wings, so I will be going for that because the wings itself are really good as far as I know. Should also help with Leviathan, considering Leviathan is fucking core in Deathmode now. Another Titan Arm. It's not what I need, I mean, sure it's a nice weapon. I think it's true melee, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's a knockback weapon, right. As cool as the weapon is, it's not what I need. I would appreciate, like, any other weapon. Especially the Hive Pod, I think it's called. Hive Pod is fucking amazing, so if I could get that, I'd be happy. Plus, Stellar Knives are supposed to be pretty good. The pistol is really good. There's just so much, I mean... There we go, Astral Scythe is at least the beginning. Stellar Cannon, now we're getting all the drops. So yeah, and if you haven't seen Stellar Cannon before, it is an amazing weapon. There we go, Stellar Knives, holy shit, what is happening? Scythe is also really cool. Just, I'm not built for melee, of course. No idea how good these Stellar Knives are, because I haven't used those yet. Do they home in? Yeah, they... Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay. You got me hooked. I'm using this weapon against Leviathan. I have to once again give massive props to the Calamity team though. Despite a lot of questionable like design choices when it comes to boss fights, especially in Deathmode and like the Wing Flight time nerf. Stuff like the Astral biome just deserves so much appreciation. Like this is so good. The music is fucking amazing, the biome itself looks really good, the enemies are really well sprited and designed. It's just... I don't know man, Calamity has so many things at the moment that I don't like, mainly, or basically only boss fight changes at the moment. But as outside of boss fights and outside of Deathmode, this is still such a good mod and I love Calamity, man. And that's also one of the points I figured I might as well just point out in a video because it has been an issue that I wanted to talk about for quite a while, I just never found the time to talk about it. Like, when it comes to Calamity, there's a lot of people on the Discord especially that just flat out, you know, give criticism and only criticism. And that's totally fine, because, I mean, that's what, you know, feedback is there for after all, and you can only really improve from criticism most of the time. So it is totally fine, but it's easy, especially in the position of a game developer, in this case a mod developer of course, to only see the negatives. So like when people point out stuff that, you know, is unfair and that needs to be changed, it's easy to just look at it and only see those like, or only see the critique and feel like nobody actually appreciates the work. So what I'm trying to say is, obviously don't overdo it, but just, you know, every now and then showing how much you actually appreciate the mod, because after all, we all appreciate the mod, that's why we play it. Like, it is not a bad thing, and just, you know, going out of your way to show someone that the work that they did is actually appreciated. I can speak for myself. If somebody actually goes out of their way to write like a nice comment or to tell me that, like, I don't know, my video made the day, it just makes me so insanely happy. Because the work that I did actually achieved what I wanted to with the work, you know? So what I'm trying to say is, just try to be in the position of a game developer, and maybe if you form some form of critique, don't try to be aggressive about it. As in, you know, just complain about something and say, that is a really bad change. I have to say that I'm a victim of that myself, because I do that every now and then. But generally speaking, no matter how much critique I, you know, in the end point out, how much like things I say have to be changed, I still try to always keep in a bit of appreciation. Because again, if you're like a mod dev and everyone, like literally every person that you talk to in like your test channel, in the public channels whatsoever, just keep on pointing out things to improve, like just criticizing the mod, which again is not a bad thing on its own. But if that happens too many times, it's really easy to just see that critique and nothing else. When in reality, all of the people criticizing the mod do it because they appreciate the mod so much that they wanted to improve further. You know? Long story short, just think about maybe being nice and telling people that you appreciate their work every now and then. Because it can make someone's day. Just like a simple comment or a simple post on the Discord or whatever can make a person's day. And it's that easy, really. I've been farming for quite a while and I haven't gotten the hive pod yet, which is kind of making me sad. Holy shit, what the fuck? Okay. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the hive pod might be dropped by underground enemies rather than surface enemies, because otherwise I'm pretty sure I would have gotten it by now. I think, as far as I know, this has unique enemies both in different biomes and in the underground. Hive pod. I think I got the hive pod, right? Hold on, I'm gonna need ancient bone dust, but I don't need this. Still a knife. Hive pod, okay. This is all I wanted. Okay, perfect. So, I'm just gonna take this. I should keep all of this in my inventory because I'm gonna go and sell this stuff, but before I do that, let me just remove everything else. Okay, so I just arrived and a Siren spawned, which is perfect. I'm gonna go and get ready by buffing up. This will be a tough fight. One thing in advance, I built this like bridge or, you know, solid blocks in order to avoid her water copy that she's gonna spawn from hitting me. And hopefully this is gonna make the fight a bit less messy, because overall this is not a fun... Oh, now something is approaching. I'm talking too much, here we go. Okay, this weapon to my disappointment isn't exactly the best against Leviathan. But that's fine, I'm just gonna be using this then. It should be a lot better. Oh shit, now the charges start. Never actually fought it with charges, so I don't know how this is gonna perform. He's gonna charge. I mean, for a first attempt, this is decent. I'll definitely take it. So what I was talking about earlier is this fight is not as fun as it used to be anymore. Because of the fact that, like, or mainly because this, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just that the Siren used to move in a different way. And because of the wing flight time nerf and your, like, acceleration nerf and whatnot, she stays close to you most of the fight, which ends up being a massive pain. Yeah, once I get into the second phase with the charge, I just don't know what to do anymore. Like, I don't have any experience with this phase at all. Plus, I just can't seem to properly deal damage because my weapons just don't go far enough. So, I'm trying to think of a better alternative weapon-wise that I could go with. Oh my god. Okay. Well, 10% on Leviathan. I'm pretty sure Siren phase is still gonna be the same as it used to be. So, once Leviathan is dead, the fight is pretty much over. Ah, man. Leviathan is tough, like, really tough. It's mainly that phase 2 gets extended into Oblivion, because my weapons can't reach her when she dashes away. And just to, like, I'm gonna try to explain how, like, dash AI works, because from what I know, at least from no-hitting and shit, I kind of learned about it. If a boss is below you, he usually dashes until a certain position. Like, for example, if you have Queen Bee and she dashes at you, she always stops at a set distance from you. So if she dashes, you jump up and then dash with her, you can extend her dash. And if you have the same movement speed that she has, you could technically do, like, get her to do an infinite dash that, like, lasts as long as she gets to the certain position away from you. Because it's not set at this point, it moves with you. So the thing I do is, when Leviathan charges below me or above me, I dash to the side to take that spot closer to me, which means that she, you know, stops her dash closer and doesn't dash too far. So generally speaking, if you dash with a boss fight, or like with a boss that charges or dashes to the sides, then the dash gets extended and they are like, you know, away from you for a longer time. Against Queen Bee and Goliath, you can abuse that to deal more damage while they are charging. Against Leviathan, I don't want to try it, because if, you know, flight time is gonna run out, I might fall into her. Siren's behind me, there's a lot of enemies chasing me. It's just too risky in my opinion. So I'm trying to cut the dash short in order to have the fight back to like a circling motion as fast as I can. And that ends up just screwing me over in the fight right now. And I need to find a way to deal with not doing that, because if I do that, she's too far away and I can't hit her with my throwing weapons. I hope I could explain that somewhat well. That's how like charge AI works from what I know. And it's kind of frustrating at the moment, so I need to find a way to still hit her while she's off screen. Okay, time for the next attempt. So overall, an amazing fight. I really enjoyed this, to be honest, especially because it's like a completely new approach to what Leviathan used to be, and I haven't fought him this way yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I really enjoyed the fight. The fight has a lot of like unfair hits. Most of them come from Leviathan having a way bigger hitbox than the sprite actually, you know, shows you. Which again, I'm not blaming on the mod, because there's nothing you can do about it, it's just how Terraria hitboxes work. But maybe slow down the charge a bit, considering that the hitbox is such an issue. I don't know, it might just be me, but generally speaking the fight was a lot of fun, and if you have enough HP to maybe tank 1 or 2 charges every now and then, because those are gonna hit you, like, guaranteed, unless you have some like insane move, like lifetime boost by using the, I think, Caribbean rum or whatever the name was. I forgot about it. But yeah, overall, if you prepared enough with this equipment, for example, it was acceptable, then yeah, it's a fun fight. Definitely enjoyed it. Anyways, we didn't get the community. Community's 1% drop chance as far as I know, so it's gonna take a while. Oh man. Yeah, really fun fight. Okay, so let's activate the fight and not get anything. Not even Brackish Flask? Fuck. Okay, so I ended up fighting her 5 more times. Let's go and open those bags before I end the episode. No Brackish Flask. No Brackish Flask. No Brackish Flask, please. Is it too much to ask for? Come on. Well, that's really unfortunate. I might farm her somehow off screen. We did get a lot of money though, so I'm gonna be putting that away. But for now I would say that should do it for an episode. I've been recording for quite a while. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next one.